Well, one of the great things about CCDA is that, we bring in these great speakers that are our plenary speakers, and it's always powerful like it was last night and how we're going to hear tonight, okay? But maybe one of the highlights is to hear from urban warriors, and those working among the poor in rural areas all over the world, all over the country, who maybe not everybody knows yet, but they're doing amazing things. And we always try to highlight somebody from the local city. And tonight, we have Mr. Louis Autor from Victory Outreach Ministries. If any of you know anything about Victory Outreach, it is an amazing, amazing ministry. What we've been challenged with about going, that's what they do. And they go to some of the most challenging people, those that others despise and kind of put aside. That's who they specialize in reaching. And so we're privileged right now, and I want you to help me to welcome Mr. Louis Autor as he comes to share his ministry story with us. Would you help me to welcome him?
Don, I could have used this book many years ago. Thank you for it. It'll help a lot of people in our ministry, I believe, already. I'm from a ministry here in Atlanta, Georgia, by the name of Victory Outreach Atlanta. We're part of an international ministry called Victory Outreach International, with about 300 different church-based ministries in 28 different countries. I'm so grateful to be a part of this ministry. You're going to hear about the two gentlemen that are with me, and you'll understand why they're with me. I kind of dressed up for you guys tonight. You guys look kind of plain, or dressed kind of plain and comfortable, and you look awesome. And when I got this particular matter to do my testimony tonight, I wasn't dressed too well. Actually, I was in the shower, and God laid on my heart to write my testimony down, and so I want to share it with you. As I reflect, I can't help but remember. I ran away from everything I've ever known. The abandonment 2 days after my arrival was the painful experience that opened the door. But I now realize that you have taught me to endure. Boy, didn't I give that snake a run. Didn't matter if they said it was harmless. It was green, I was elementary, but I still ran. Kept the fighting in my house a secret in my homeroom. I couldn't let the teachers know or the students laugh. The neighbors already knew I was in a daily struggle. The kids made sure I knew I wasn't a real member of their family. Certainly I didn't look the part, so I kept my lonely desires hidden. So much to bear for a child on its own. The lady who raised me kept many friends. Not my daddy, not her husband, not really her friends. They treated her cruel and made me distant. The music on the radio was my life post. The words befriended a soul in dismay. With tunes that played for many inner places, no one could stop me from dancing in the dark. A senior classmate, an ROTC cadet, found Jesus. Attention. When I told him my many secrets, his leave of absence injured my early release. My class voted me most likely to succeed. I was a good thespian and spent idle time creatively. The family that looked like me came to my graduation, and I went home with them at 17. No more beatings, fear, shame, rejection, so I thought. I couldn't understand this family. They had the same nose and premature gray hair, 6 sisters, 5 brothers, no time for us to make up for lost time. My younger brother was a juvenile riot and often vandalized. I was angry with him and tried to subdue him. I was told to come down, you have an attitude. So that was it. Time to go it alone. I had done it before. Moved out, got a service job at a restaurant. My heart yearned to be nourished. Tips were average. Learned to cover my pain with all sorts of devices. My own apartment, in and out of college, bills were heavy. Someone always wanting to use my skills for their purpose. Not able to relate to anyone, so often I gave notice I will not be abused. So much for a man distressed, but I'd rather be alone. Shut up, I kept telling myself. Don't think about it. No one knows the pain you feel. Isn't it crazy that you still hurt and care for other people? Keep it to yourself. They think you're okay. Just tell them about your newspaper interviews and writing honors. Give your miserable loneliness to a Here's Lucy rerun. Is there something wrong with you? People don't attract to you. Can they see how you think you are? Give me a drink. 2. 1 more. Watch me, I'll dance alone. So much for a man grief-stricken by internal and constant practice. What's this stuff? If you care enough about me, I'll try it. Crack cocaine? How do we get more? You already know I have money. We can run all night. Assignment, interview Black Enterprise magazine publisher. They got the tux, the tickets, and the limo. They didn't know I had a penthouse on Main Street, good view of downtown Houston. It was a dilapidated building. The homeless, like me, were in charge. So much for all of this. I can't seem to shake loose. I'm humiliated, hopeless, and heartbroken. Mama, can I come home to Baton Rouge? Atlanta seems like the place for new beginnings. Another round. Here I go again. I don't know who I am. I want someone to set me free. I can only endure so much on my own. In August 1999, I was at bottom. I was fired from a restaurant job in downtown Atlanta. One Sunday night, I waited for the crack dealer to credit me some more drugs. I couldn't sleep, so I picked up the only book in the room, a Bible. 3 hours later, the tears flowed from my eyes. I yelled out, I need a true friend. I have no money, no place to go, no real friends. Thank God he gave me endurance. The next morning, I got up, went to a day labor site to earn some cash. A young man came in looking like he had been up all night. He then looked puzzled over the employment application. I went over and helped him. To my surprise, we were sent together to a work site. While we waited for job instructions, he took out a small piece of paper from his pocket. Calvin had been up all night because he worked at a school as a janitor, and he wanted to earn some extra cash for a Christian retreat, which made no sense to me. But he looked at me quietly, still. He said, next Sunday is Friends Day. Would you like to come to my church? Then, John 3:16, my heart and every part of me knew that Jesus was real. I accepted, I stopped running. In turn, Jesus delivered me from alcohol and drugs on October 13, 1999. And I went to Victory Outreach Atlanta's men's rehabilitation home in January 2000. I stayed in the program 21 months. Some 40 years of isolation demanded much time at his feet. Jesus taught me to forgive, pray, fast, and made me his servant. I know today I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, so he's still making adjustments. Jesus endured much to show himself friendly to me. Today I'm blessed to be a part of his family at Victory Outreach Atlanta. Jesus has made himself known to us in many ways. We are grateful to serve him at a unique ministry to the poor and hurting. We are a frontline ministry in the inner city where Jesus has need of bringing other treasures out of darkness. Our pastor, Jerome Carradine, and the entire congregation's life is represented in like manner in this testimony of Jesus' life-changing friendship. Today, we don't do much alone. Jesus is with us, strengthening us every day. And as for my friends, Timothy, I had an opportunity about a year and a half ago to attend Here's Life Inner Cities retreat in Colorado. Came home on a Sunday evening, woke up on a Monday morning Timothy's grandmother brought him in. Timothy said he needed someone to give him some guidance. And my heart had been filled at this conference for Here's Life in the City. I asked God and I agreed to work with him. 3 weeks later, Timothy's grandmother died on a Saturday, and that evening his son was born. During the course of the year, Timothy had difficulty with his parents. They didn't want him at home, but today Timothy is back home with his mother and doing great and has a job. And this young man is soon to be our latest graduate from the Victory Outreach Atlanta Men's Rehabilitation Program. Thank God he didn't have to go through 21 months like me. Young people, stay with the Lord, endure, get it now. It took me 21 months, but he is soon to graduate. Brother Wesley is also working with me each Wednesday. We go to Carver High School here in inner city Atlanta. We have a program we call Acts 2024, showing Jesus' extravagant kindness to some young teenagers there in an inner city school that is very much hurting for mentors and tutors. And I just want to encourage everybody tonight. The work out there is difficult. I enjoy it. Usually I'm like an Andrew who works face to face and one person at a time. And I thank God for giving me so much to endure, for being the one that helps me to endure, enables me to endure today. Enables Brother Wesley, enables Timothy, who is now bringing other people to the men's home to meet Jesus. Enables a ministry around the world that stays in places most people would not go, crack houses. Every Friday, we're usually in some neighborhood with our sound system, dressed like the community, befriending the community, bringing them back to our church, taking them through our men's and our women's program, working with God's Anointed Now Generation, our youth program. It's such an awesome ministry. You know, I'm so blessed. And before coming to this ministry, and before knowing how much Jesus loved me, and it was okay that I was wrong, and that he was going to make me right, I couldn't stand being around people. I bring people like these two wonderful gentlemen with me because I don't ever want to go back there, and I want to see other people come out. I thank you. I thank you for being interested in God's people. May you be blessed tonight.
Be a mentor, a helper, a leader, or a giver. With your support, we can close the gates to those things that are destroying too many of our young people. For more information, contact the Rock of Escape at 404-281-1858.
There was a time when I was in doubt, because the trials of life was stressing